Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Operation Red Sea, a Chinese action war film from 2018 that was directed by Dante Lam, the man who gave us this film's predecessor, Operation Mekong, which I previously reviewed on this channel. That movie was awesome, and guess what? Operation Red Sea is just as good, if not better. Now, when a civil war situation in a nation on the Arabian Peninsula becomes unstable, orders are given to evacuate local Chinese personnel and workers from that country. Given the unrest and threats from rebels and local terrorist groups, a Chinese assault team is assigned to evacuate their fellow citizens to safety aboard the naval vessels in temporary harbor in the area. Now, the problem is that there are hundreds upon hundreds of rebels and terrorists that are standing in their way. Well, that may be a problem for our characters, but it is certainly not a problem for the viewer, because Operation Red Sea has action, action, and more action. This movie has so much action in it, it's almost unbelievable. You know, fans of action films will walk away from this one extremely satisfied. But one potential problem with packing so much chaos into a film is that the experience could become monotonous and repetitive. I think this film safely avoids that potential flaw, because we get a lot of variety here. You know, there are stronghold infiltrations, hostage rescue missions, tank battles, sniper duels, helicopter assaults, drone strikes, scenes involving natural weather events, etc. And there's also a variety of weaponry and high-tech gadgets that are utilized along the way, which I won't spoil for you. Operation Red Sea portrays modern desert warfare in its most thrilling cinematic form. It really does. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that there is some bloody, gory, nasty violence on display in this film in spots. You know, this is not a PG-13 action film, you know what I mean? It's an R-rated war film. It really is. Be wary of that before going into this, but it does help to give the film some realism and grittiness. Now, in terms of characters, there's really not a whole lot of complexity to the characters in this film. In fact, during the opening hour or so, we basically see them in action, like right from the start of the film, as they go on their missions and operate as kind of a well-oiled assault team unit. You know, I see them as a unit during much of the first half of this film. However, I did notice that the protagonists began to stand out more as individuals during the middle section. And one reason for this is that they get separated a bit during the battles, and they each have like a particular task or obstacle that they need to overcome. And that helps to make them more memorable as the film moves along. Then, during like the final third of the film, during the big finales, you will more actively root for them individually. Now, the star of Operation Mekong, Han Yu-zhang, has a bit of screen time as the fleet commander in this film, but he basically just hangs back on the naval vessel and gives orders to the team. Lucia Zhang does quite well in her role as the lone female assault team member. The first time I saw this actress was in the martial arts film Ka Web from 2009. You know, it's a decent film, not the best film out there, but she did prove that she has what it takes in terms of selling action. And although there are no martial arts fights in Operation Red Sea, I mean, there are a few scuffles, like scrappy scuffles to the death, but nothing really, there's no choreographed martial arts in this film at all. But she still practically steals the show during the second half of this film. And I'll let you experience that for yourself. Then there's the lead sniper protagonist who makes an impact. Everyone loves a protagonist sniper in movies, right? They're always cool to watch. This guy's cool to watch. And finally, there's a teenage kid who plays one of the terrorists, and he's awesome in this. Very tough to take down. You'll know it when he shows up. I liked that aspect of this film. Now, this movie was very successful at the box office. You know, it earned almost $600 million compared to its $70 million budget. But a sequel is still in serious question. I read a few interviews with director Dante Lam, and he questions it because this film required significant assistance and planning from the Chinese military, which also dedicated substantial resources related to coordination and securing a shooting location in Morocco. And as you might expect, this process, especially in China, I can imagine, is very complicated and requires many levels of approval in response to strict demands from the military. Now, there are rumors that a sequel may be coming, but the director is very hesitant to confirm that. Now, my opinion on the matter is this. I want more of this, okay? Please, give me more of this. These recent Chinese modern warfare films have been absolutely fantastic. I mean, we got Operation Mekong in 2016, Wolf Warrior 2 in 2017, and Operation Red Sea in 2018. And I keep hearing that Wu Jing is going to release Wolf Warrior 3 some point in 2019. We need China as a country and a film industry to keep supporting films like this. Okay, even if you have to put off or cancel the next batch of Monkey King films, please do so and focus on these films instead. I frickin' love them. This is exactly what an action film is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So Operation Red Sea is an exhilarating action spectacle that I think is a must-watch. And when all's said and done, it very well could be the best action film of 2018 in the entire world. Now, I have a lot of catching up to do on the action films from this year, but just where this film is in terms of overall quality and entertainment value and production values, it's going to be hard to beat this film. I mean, it can happen, but it's going to be tough. It's now available on DVD and Blu-ray in the United States. It was just released in the past day or two, so check this one out. And as always, I'll see you next time.